Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Katie, so glad you can join me.
Thanks for having me. I'm not sure why you want me, but here I am.
No. Honestly, people see your work and they go, yeah, I can see why.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Start with your name and your Instagram name. That'd be amazing.
So my name's Katie, Katie Dwight, at the moment. And I am Katie_dares on Instagram because it's obviously my personal account, but it's linked to I Dare to Shoot, which is our Instagram community.
And you did an amazing job too, just to say that, absolutely. Yeah, I love it.
Thank
you work
you.
so hard on it, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, I love doing it. I mean, I had no idea when we started this whole thing, kind of what I was doing or what it was, or but I love it, and I hope that the connections that I've made come across as genuine, because they are. I think that's kind of what differentiates what we do from some of the other stuff out there. And yeah, I've met some amazing people, so it's been great.
No, they do an amazing job, 100%. And it shows the amount of people, the amount of traffic you get on the WhatsApp group and the everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
We like people.
Absolutely. So I normally ask if you've got a website. Have you got your own website?
I don't have a website. I mean, obviously, because Gary and I work together, then Lashmar Creative is our website. But none of my photography work is on there. The workshop is, and community, and all of those things.
Oh, we'll remedy that. We'll put that on anyway, so that's cool.
Yeah. I will have some space on there. It's not that it's been denied me. It's just that it isn't there yet.
Yeah, excellent stuff. So, where do you live?
So we're in Woodford Green, which is Essex. We're at the end of the Central Line, so it's East London, we like to say, but we're an Essex postcode.
And where are you from originally?
So I'm not from just down the road. I grew up in Walthamstow and Chinkford, and my parents moved to Woodford when I was 10. So yeah, I've always lived in this little corner of the world, except when I've travelled or gone off to university, or so yeah. I don't sound like the East Londoner that Gary is, but I am an East Londoner.
So if I came and visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
I mean, I think we're so close to London. We hop on the train at least once a week. If I was showing off London and shooting, then Brick Lane's always a fun place to go, but it's very easy to shoot. So I prefer Whitechapel. I prefer going somewhere where there's some real people, and so I would stick to London, East London, for sure.
Absolutely. So I normally ask, is there anything for tourists? But obviously it's London. There's lots and lots.
There's London. I mean, Essex is, we've got Epping Forest. We're right on the doorstep of Epping Forest and the old Queen Elizabeth Hunting Lodge, and there's lots of places here as well, and we do really have the best of both worlds. We're very lucky. But as street photographers, London is our stomping ground.
Excellent. So what's your favourite destination? I get my words out a minute. What's your favourite destination in the world?
New York for me, and for us, it's a special place for lots of reasons. But shooting there it's like being on a movie set, on a film set, which is just amazing. And love the people, love the vibe, love the whole thing. So New York for me, definitely.
So yeah, I totally get that. I think most people do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, nothing new here.
So where would you like to visit most in the world? What's on your bucket list?
I think, like most people, probably Japan. I mean, I see things through a photographer's eyes much more than I used to. So I think, yeah, definitely sort of Tokyo, but anywhere really. I mean, have camera, will travel. We're going to the States in the summer on our honeymoon, so I'm looking forward to doing a bit of a road trip. We're going to Vegas for the first time, which should blow our little photography minds as much as anything else. So, yeah, but I think Japan would be somewhere I'd love to go and shoot.
Excellent stuff. So, right, weird question time. If you could time travel, where and when would you visit?
I think if I was to time travel, it would really be about an aesthetic reason, or it would be because of the films or the books I love. I'm quite happy in my own time. I don't have like a hankering for looking back necessarily, but sort of Prohibition era America would be. I'd love to kind of be in all those jazz clubs, sort of 1920s, Great Gatsby, Flappers. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be fun. That kind of lawless. I mean, I like Hemingway. I like, as I said, Great Gatsby. I like those novels, and then kind of coming out of that, all the hard-boiled crime fiction of sort of the 40s and 50s. So, yeah, I mean, that's not one time period. I know.
That's the thing. It's nice to know what you actually, you've got hankering for, really. That's it.
Yeah.
So, if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
Oh, Marilyn Monroe. I don't have to think about that. She was my first sort of photographic love. I think, sort of even as a child, those kind of early pictures of her, and she would be. I mean, she'd be a dream, wouldn't she? To shoot, she wouldn't be hard. So, absolutely, Marilyn. Real, Norma Jean Marilyn, kind of Some Like It Hot Marilyn, all the Marilyns.
Excellent. No, perfect answer. Love it. So tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
Fun fact. Well, Gary tells everybody this, so you may already know, but I am related to Elton John. He's my granddad's cousin, Reg Dwight, Katie Dwight. So, no, I've never met him, and it would be good to meet him, but I have never met him. But that's probably my funnest fact. My funnest fact is probably that.
Yeah, we never know. Go meet him and date him.
You might listen to this, and then
maybe not.
tag him in the notes.
Yeah, that's it. Excellent. So, all right, little weird random thing. What's your favorite word?
I thought about this because you sent me those questions. I am an ex-English teacher. I kind of I'm more about punctuation. I mean, I can tell you my favorite punctuation, hands down, is a semicolon. So, I love a semicolon. So I'm gonna sort of say that it's the punctuation, but I like words that make you sound, like essay writing words that make you sound like you know what you're talking about. Superlative is always a nice word. It's got a nice sound, but yeah, punctuation's my real obsession.
That's what I love. See, it's a weird question, but I always get a different answer, and people have to think about it, and I love it. Great. All right, so it's an international podcast, so teach me a new word or a saying I may not know.
So we live in a house of teenagers and tweenagers. There are at various different points between 3 and 6 children here. So all of my new words are teenage words. I'm not sure if you've come across the phrase "skibbity toilet."
Nope.
We hear that a lot in my house. I'm not 100% sure what it means. I think it probably it almost definitely originated on some sort of short video. somewhere. And knowing the street photography community as well as I do, most street photographers that I engage with are a certain age, and probably haven't come across the phrase "skibbity toilet." So I give it to you, and you're welcome, everybody. Yeah. Say it to your children, say it to your grandchildren, and watch them be absolutely mortified that you know the phrase.
Yeah. Okay. What a gift. Gift to everyone.
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
When did photography click for you? Excuse the pun, but what moment did you realise you could take a good photo?
Not that long ago for me. I look back at some of my photography endeavours. I am of the generation that had kind of a point and click film camera, all the way through my sort of mid to late teens. I travelled. I went to India, taught English there. I went to university. I was the one who took a camera on a night out, which in retrospect, I now kind of remember. At the time, it didn't really feel particularly significant. And then I guess I started taking pictures more seriously when I did the first workshop with Gary. I was still using my phone, or I was using the Ricoh. And then I think when I picked up the Fuji, I started taking portraits. That's when I started to really get into my stride with it. So yeah, not too long, a couple of years, 18 months. Yesterday.
It feels like yesterday. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, what's your favourite 3 photos? I know it's hard, and why do you like them?
Yeah. I think for me, photography is about story, and it's about memory. So I like my portraits probably out of all my shots for the interaction that I had. So there's one of somebody that I met on the Blackpool workshop, Nazreen. That's kind of my first portrait that I really loved. I felt like I'd captured her. I thought about everything kind of came together. So I would say that portrait. There's a portrait in New York that I love, and then a portrait of a girl with a cigarette. It's just cool. She was cool, and also I crossed the street and got her before Gary. So he was annoyed that I got her first. We take a lot of pictures of our children. I use them as practice now. So there's pictures I've taken of them that I love. That are less than snapshots, now I think. But yeah, when I look at my wall, I'm most proud of my portraits, I think.
Yeah. But the thing is, as well as the portraits, so the thing I love about your work, you get scenes. You've got that eye. I think you've talked to a lot of people. You empathize with people. And then when you take a portrait, it comes across as always relaxed, always happy. But also when you take a scene, you've kind of got that, you spot all the little details. That's what I love about your work. It becomes a proper scene. It's not just you taking a picture of an event,
Thank you. I'm a slow photographer. I tend to stay in one place for a little bit of time, and I kind of wait for things to happen. Because of what I do over at Dare, I spend a lot of time looking at other people's photography. It informs me, I think to know what I like, I'm looking at layers, and I'm also a really annoying perfectionist, and I like to get things right. So I'm quite happy to kind of just wait. And whereas I think in one of Gary's videos we go and do the 5-click challenge, and he kind of goes off and hair him, scare him, does it all in about 2 minutes, and then he had to do quite a lot of editing for my part, cutting out all me kind of walking around and looking. And the same with the people that I like to shoot. I wait for I wait for who I want to shoot rather than just asking anybody. So thank you, though. It's really kind.
Yeah. No. I'm sure you're definitely an observer. You're definitely, you see the little details, and that it comes across in your work. Definitely.
Thank you.
No, not at all. So, what advice would you give to a new photographer?
Oh, I mean, just practice. I don't practice as much as I should because of life, I guess. Well, like you can always make time. That I would never say I don't. There's no excuse for it. Essentially, it just doesn't always happen. It just doesn't always happen. I think everyone's different. I can say look at other people's photography, but that might not be your thing either. You might find that intimidating and terrifying, and it might not be helpful. Talk to people. Remember that that really you're an observer, as you say, in other people's lives. I often look back at pictures that I have from sort of family holidays, and there's those people in the background, when you're having that, and I think, oh, that person is living somewhere, or I'm in the background of someone's photo on some wall somewhere, on the other side of the world, from years and years ago. So I just be patient with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. I don't listen to any of this advice. I'm all of those things. Take your time, as I say, observe, enjoy it. I mean, that's kind of the most obvious thing, isn't it? Like, we enjoy what we do, don't we? That's why we do it. So don't put pressure on yourself.
Yeah, no, good advice. And I think wouldn't that be cool though, if you can actually spot yourself in someone's random photo? That'd be
I know.
immense.
I just love that thought. Yeah, like just at that moment in time when I was a child, I had very ginger hair. I was a redhead. I'm an Irish descendant. And I used to get stopped in the street when I was in London by tourists. And they'd want their picture taken with me because I kind of had this really long auburn hair. And I just think, God, I'm all over the world. I'm in these, they wouldn't recognize me now, but yeah, all these sort of Spanish, Italian, people would say, oh, we love your hair. Can we have a picture? And so there I am.
Yeah, that's really cool. Excellent. So what's next for you? What are your photography goals going forward?
I think my photography goals are always, I mean, I have my personal goals, which is just to kind of keep getting better. I think my goals, I want to get more confident with my post-production. I'm doing much more of that myself now. It used to be that Gary would walk me through stuff, but I know what I like, so I'm getting much more into my post-production. Just keep doing it, keep improving. My goals in terms of Dare are to just grow that community, to keep meeting photographers, to keep doing the workshop, to we've got another zine coming out, we've got the podcast, we've got YouTube, we've got all of those things. So I think we've been kind of steadily gaining momentum with those things. We would love, we will be doing a retreat, I think, at some point. That's kind of our kind of absolute kind of goal, really. So or we're not absolute, I mean, we've got lots of goals, but I think to take those meetups and those workshops and to take them away and to bring other people in and to just kind of put on some sort of photography festival, share not just my work, Gary's work, share the work of participants at the workshop, participants in Dare, the WhatsApp community, you know, zines, blogs, you know, all of those things. Because, you know, I love what I do. I'm lucky.
Yeah, well, it comes across. I mean, you two spin the plates, and they keep spinning, and they haven't fallen off. So it's a matter of how many plates can you spin, and how many things can you going.
No, no. Well, you know, or they do, and we just put them back on. You know, like that's the, you know, like you can't. I think when we first started working together, we were kind of like, yeah, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and this is, and we kind of, and we have to be quite and focused because we just want to do some things great. Like you can't do everything great. I mean, that's why I'm not teaching anymore. That's what happened essentially. I was teaching for 3 days. I was at home for 2 days, and I wasn't mumming great. I wasn't teaching great. And there was just too much. So we want to do what we're doing great. So we focus on the things that we're doing. And yeah, and we're genuinely excited by what we're doing. I think, you know, and you can kind of run away with loads of other ideas, and then you're just scratching the surface, and we're a bit more about going a bit deeper.
Well, the thing is, you said you're a perfectionist, so you've got to do the right one thing right at the one time.
Yeah, I mean, I can multitask. I can be great at more than one thing at once, but just, you know, not. But I still only have 2 hands.
Well, thanks for being my guest. Yeah, you know, I'm so glad we actually finally made. Yeah, well, it's great to actually have you here. You know, I know we've spoken and we've met everything else, but you know, I've been wanting you on the podcast.
Yeah, it's really nice for me. I often feel like this is all a bit kind of, I'm a bit sort of wide-eyed sometimes, but it's really nice to talk about what I'm doing. So thank you for having me.
No, not at all. Pleasure. Right. Have a nice evening. You take care.
Thank you very much.